I think the whole Grexit issue, I mean, it's pretty long in the tooth now. It's not exactly a new risk that no one was aware of. It's been running for a number of years, but I think there's quite a big difference compared to, say, 3 years ago. Back then, in the depths of the Eurozone crisis, a Greek exit would have had quite a lot of repercussions, and it would have led to a domino effect of Spain and Portugal and so on. I think we're in a completely different position now. When Mario Draghi came out and said that we'll do whatever it takes, that was a game changer, and the policymakers, the ECB, etc., have put up firewalls to prevent or mitigate the risk of contagion to a huge degree. So I think we are in a fundamentally different place now. Grexit remains a risk, and clearly the events of the last few weeks in particular shows that, I mean, there might be a deal still. It's only a few days away before Greece has to make the next tranche of the repayments, but they are frantically, almost there's an element of brinksmanship right up until the end of this month, as late as fundamentally possible. There still remains a chance that they can make a deal, but even if they don't, I think the repercussions will be much more limited compared to where they were. It's a relatively contained, isolated incident. It will have knock-on effects, clearly, but nowhere near as much as people were fearing a few years ago.
Yeah, I think if Britain exited, corporate occupier intentions for London, has to have an impact, and probably negative. And then the question is, what trade negotiations are done with the UK, with all the other European countries, to make sure that it continues as it currently operates. Norway, Switzerland, seem to operate okay in Europe, but they're not big exporters into Europe like the UK, particularly of financial services and other services. So I think it would definitely have an impact, particularly for American and Asian occupiers looking to put headquarters buildings down in London. I think other things we worry about. One of the things I do, I sit on the board of Great Portland. So we worry about Putin, we worry about the Middle East, we worry about terrorism, we worry about cybercrime. I mean, there's a whole raft of other things you can worry about, not just Grexit, Brexit, and bond yields. But at the moment, I mean, the UK, is set so fair. The UK listed property companies did, I think 23, 24 levered total returns last year. I mean, it is land of milk and honey. They've never seen it so good. But clearly that can't continue forever.
I think it's interesting that we compare a Greek exit to a UK exit. I think they are significantly different. And I think that if we did have a Greek exit, I think it would concentrate the minds of everyone about what we want and what we might strive for, because I think everyone knows there needs to be change. And a lot of people in Europe know there needs to be change, and perhaps the brinkmanship that's going on at the moment in Greece will drive that change. So I think it will be quite interesting what happens next.